The woman struggled greatly to put on the elegant dress given by her mother-in-law to attend her birthday banquet. As a result, she unexpectedly discovered that her husband's first love was wearing exactly the same dress as hers. The 4-size difference instantly turned the woman into a laughingstock at the banquet. Seeing this, the mother-in-law not only did not restrain herself but also used fluent Spanish to persuade her son to divorce. Unexpectedly, the always gentle husband responded in Spanish, stating that he had already planned to divorce her and marry his first love. Yet they never imagined that the woman could understand Spanish, and that she was the daughter of the world's richest family, and also someone they desperately wanted to flatter and please. In reality, the woman and her husband met during their school years. At that time, he did not know her identity and pursued her for a full 3 years. The woman was moved and married him while secretly supporting his career. Unexpectedly, after giving birth, her body changed drastically. Her 3 brothers could not bear her anxiety about her body and her unhappy mood. So every year they went to a weight loss center to ask the director for weight loss methods. Even though the director never appeared, they still went faithfully every year without fail. This year the director was finally moved by their sincerity and granted a secret weight loss formula. The 3 brothers eagerly prepared to bring it back to their sister, unaware that their treasured sister was being humiliated by her in-laws. The woman desperately squeezed into the dress given by the mother-in-law to gain her approval, and planned to personally present the husband with his CEO appointment at the company grand opening ceremony. Unexpectedly, at the birthday banquet, the husband openly arrived with his first love. The first love did not expect the man she once left to soon become the president of a listed hotel. She was determined to push the woman aside and become the CEO wife herself. So she specially offered a necklace that existed as a single piece in the world to please the future mother-in-law. The mother-in-law immediately smiled with delight, mocking that unlike some people who were not presentable. Hearing this, the husband immediately said his wife also prepared a gift. But when it was opened, it was also an identical necklace. So he assumed without doubt that the woman's necklace was fake. Yet how could the daughter of a billionaire family possibly own anything fake? Seeing that no one believed her, the woman chose not to explain anymore. Soon she overheard the Spanish conversation between the mother-in-law and husband and learned they had already planned to divorce her. The husband believed the wife could not understand. After discussing everything, he announced that the first love would attend the opening ceremony in her place. The first love then pretended to apologize while holding the woman's hand, but whispered only words of provocation into her ear, saying she would soon replace her as the CEO wife. Then she deliberately fell and falsely accused the woman. The husband immediately blamed his wife without investigating the truth. Even though the woman tried to explain that she did not push her, no one believed her. Only their daughter stood up to speak for her mother. But the heartless man still abandoned the woman and took the first love to the hospital. The mother-in-law casually threw out the already signed divorce agreement, and even took away the only granddaughter. The woman was devastated and ended up hospitalized. After being discharged, she asked her daughter if her parents separated, who she would choose to live with. The daughter said that father and grandmother always bullied her mother, and seeing her mother unhappy made her unhappy as well. Without hesitation, she chose to live with her mother. The broken woman finally felt a trace of comfort. Unexpectedly, before she could even leave, the husband impatiently brought the first love into the home. The woman immediately questioned whether her husband still had a heart. She had turned from a young girl into a 500-pound woman just to give birth to their daughter. Yet the heartless man coldly said, which woman does not give birth? But not every woman becomes a 500-pound woman after childbirth like her. Hearing these cruel words, the woman suddenly smiled in relief. She suddenly remembered when she was pregnant and worried about losing her figure. Her husband swore that no matter whether she was beautiful or ugly, thin or fat, he would always love her. Yet now that promise felt deeply ironic. At that moment, the woman finally understood that what killed love was not a rival, but the man who once made her promises. She resolutely chose to divorce. The heartless man tried to keep the child, but the daughter said she only wanted to follow her mother. So the woman left this disgusting home with her child. At the same time, the brothers learned their little sister was hospitalized and rushed back immediately. They gave her a warm, comforting hug as soon as they saw her. The second brother immediately wanted to confront the husband, but the woman stopped him, saying she would personally make them pay the price. So the group returned home. The woman said that at the opening ceremony in 1 week she would reclaim the CEO's appointment and publicly humiliate him, and then expose the true face of the first love. The eldest brother immediately took out the secret weight loss formula, saying that once she slimmed down, everyone would be shocked. The woman had tried every weight loss method before and had no hope, but she could not refuse their expectant eyes, and she did not want to disappoint their kindness. After taking it, nothing seemed to happen, and instead she had stomach pain. But the moment she ran to the bathroom, a miracle suddenly happened. Now the consequences for the heartless man and the scheming woman were about to begin.